Welcome to the Clever Anduinemist. I am Anduinomari, and I am not a doctor, a scientist, or an expert. I am just a curious guy who loves to experiment. On this show, we skip the expensive gadgets and dangerous chemicals. Instead, we focus on safe, inexpensive, and long-term solutions for everyday life. Whether it is a neat kitchen hack, a sustainable alternative to store-bought products, a recipe passed down from friends, or a weird trick I found online that actually works, we test it all so you do not have to. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Clever Anduinemist with Anduinomari. Hi, I am Anduin. Today I am cooking pizza with ingredients I picked up yesterday at King Soopers, including a pack of original pre-baked, versatile pizza crust. Each one is 24 ounces or 1 pound 8 ounces. And they bake in 7 to 10 minutes at 450 degrees. I bought 2 packs, but I'm only using one today. I also got sliced pepperoni and sliced salami. Not from the deli, but the shelf-stable kind that hangs on the wall in the grocery. I'll not even refrigerate it, though I put mine in the fridge after opening. Plus Kroger brand spicy red pepper pizza sauce and Kraft shredded natural mozzarella cheese, which I find has better flavor and melt than the regular kind. I preheated my oven to 450 degrees, because while traditional brick ovens operate around 700 degrees for that perfect Neapolitan style with leopard spotting, home ovens simply were not designed for that temperature, and I do not want to burn the place down. So the system, which is a systems thinking approach that anyone can use for building the pizza, is very straightforward and logical, which is how I like to approach cooking. First, I take a small amount of sauce and use a spoon to create an even layer only on the central area. You will actually eat, not on the crust edge itself, because if you put too much sauce, the crust will not cook through properly. Then I sprinkle a light layer of cheese, just enough to cover the sauce. Then I add my topping spread evenly across the surface. You can add onions, bacon, other meats, or vegetables. The key insight is making sure everything is cut into small, precise pieces and distributed evenly so all components finish cooking at the same time. And the real beauty of this system is its adaptability for any dietary restriction. If you are vegan or lactose intolerant, you can swap the cheese for a plant-based alternative. If you have gluten issues, use a gluten-free crust. If you prefer a different sauce base like pesto or white sauce, use what agrees with your dietary needs, and it works perfectly, and you will still get better quality than a pizza parlor at a fraction of the price. Plus, it is genuinely fun to make and does not take much time at all. No need to spin dough on your finger like some dramatic pizza chef. And next time, we will dive deep into how to set up your home kitchen workflow for consistent restaurant quality results every single time with the proper tools and techniques.
Exactly like the pros, you have come to the right place, because I have been studying and obsessing over the craft of pizza for the last decade. And in this